Hot patootie, bless my soul. The long-awaited revival of the Rocky Horror Show is finally happening at Neptune Theatre this week. Brad and Janet are taking one more trip to the castle of Dr. Frankenfurter as the cult hit musical combining sci-fi horror and glam rock is as popular as ever after nearly 50 years on the stage and big screen. Nova Scotian actor Alistair MacDonald, who recently earned the Robert Merritt Theatre Award for his portrayal of the Hatter in Neptune's Alice in Pantoland, is stepping into the high-heeled shoes and fishnet stockings of mad scientist Dr. Frankenfurter. The role was made famous by Tim Curry on stage and in the film, but MacDonald is putting his own unique Hollywood spin on it.
Something that I really love about the script is the references to B movies and old-time movies like Fay Wray, Steve Reeves. So I really wanted to pay homage to different performers of the time, specifically women like Joan Crawford and Elizabeth Taylor, and kind of find the camp and the mad scientist and a bit of Tim Curry and a bit of those women and kind of mesh them all up and kind of, that's how I put my stamp on it.
The Rocky Horror Show was unique for its time as a forward-leaning production that called for the acceptance of all regardless of their sexual identity and was bold in its presentation of gender fluidity. MacDonald says Neptune's presentation will acknowledge the show's message while also keeping in mind that many things have changed since its premiere in 1973.
Honestly, I feel like the way we're telling the story is we have the high moments of camp, but camp is used in queer culture as a way to protect yourself and to guard your grief and turn it into something beautiful. And I think that that really resonates in the age we're in. And people are becoming more liberated and more accepted for who they are.
Actor Breton the Llama kicked off Neptune's 2-act season in the multi-character comedy Fully Committed, and now takes part in the grand finale as Rocky Horror's mysterious and somewhat devious butler riffraff. They say that being able to see the movie version while growing up in a small town was a formative experience.
As a young trans person who then didn't really know what he was feeling, I was compelled by it for reasons that were not then clear to me. But getting to be in the world of it now, it's truly a beautiful thing to get to share with people. And it really does feel full circle because, it was something that I looked to as a way to feel, I wouldn't say feel seen because I didn't know what that meant yet, but it did make me feel less weird back then.
While the Rocky Horror Picture Show lives on in revival screenings and on home video, the live show is still going strong as well, almost 50 years later. And the Llama says that's because in many ways society is still catching up to what the show has to say about discovering your true self and not dreaming it, but being it.
At its heart, it's a show about wanting to belong and wanting to become your full potential and the thing that you really want to be. And I think that that is a message that will always remain relevant. And I think, yes, we've come a long way in terms of queer and trans acceptance and minority acceptance at large, but we still have so far to go. And this show right now feels exceptionally relevant because it feels like it is speaking to the movement that is happening.
Directed by Jeremy Webb, the Rocky Horror Show is wild and untamed at Neptune Theatre until June 26th, with a few midnight and late night shows through the run. In Halifax, I'm Stephen Cooke for the SaltWire Network.